Welcome back to Star Trek Online, everybody. I am your host, the Housecoat Gamer. It is time for surface tension. As for the ship I am using, the Dhelan. Why am I using the Dhelan? It's actually kind of simple. I have new weapons. I wish to show you them. And frankly, they kind of fit the Dhelan all too well.
Last time on Star Trek Online.
We are fighting a war on multiple fronts. We have to consider the Borg, the Undine, and the Romulans, as well as the Klingons.
I see now my deception has been exposed.
Starfleet has lost too many ships and too many good men and women to a fight we now know was caused by Iconian and Undine influence.
Is that...
An Iconian gateway? Yes, I believe it is.
Into the gateway, now!
Are all those markers Iconian gateways?
Sir, we've been scanning the gateway. The monitors on the bridge are all showing an Omega.
Welcome to the Delta Quadrant. We are within the Solanae Dyson Sphere, a spherical structure built around a star.
We now know why the sphere generates vast amounts of Omega particles. It is designed to use those particles as fuel to jump to any area of space.
It now appears that the Jenolan sphere had the same jump capabilities as the Solanae, and moved to this location.
You're not Cooper.
We will repel the Undine, and survive to warn the Alpha Quadrant of the renewed threat. The Undine are a threat to us all. I propose a summit. We must decide together what we must do to protect the Alpha Quadrant. Our disputes may need to be put aside in the face of a greater enemy.
And now, the continuation.
I'm having a bit of problems today. But it's time to see the Romulan version of the Dyson Conference.
Welcome to the Delta Quadrant. I will admit that I did not expect to be here with Voyager again. It is agreeable. Thank you for agreeing to attend this conference and supporting my position on the Undine. However, reaching a consensus today will be difficult. Many different agendas will be represented here today. I will speak to you in person shortly. Tuvok out.
Welcome to the Jenolan Dyson Sphere. Please beam down to these coordinates.
There is nothing to talk about when it comes to the Jenolan Sphere. It's Federation property. Anyone familiar with salvage code would know that. So the only thing we have to talk about is the Undine. Nothing more, nothing less.
I'm glad to have you here. This conference is a significant opportunity for our people. But given our relatively new position, I feel it can be hard to get the other galactic powers to see us as anything more than helpless refugees. That needs to change. Please follow me to the conference room. I have a feeling we have a long day ahead of us.
You have no idea. Yeah, still packing the Borg modules. Assimilate will be effectively useless to me. But resistance is futile might be useful against those three-legged bastards.
It is my sincere hope that the Romulan Republic will join the galactic community in addressing the threat posed by the Undine. This is also an opportunity to open dialogues regarding other pertinent matters. I would recommend assisting your pro-council while we complete our final preparations. The talks will begin shortly.
I have some concerns about this conference, but I am sure that you will be able to allay them. My only goal is to ensure that our people's desires are not overlooked.
How typically Romulan.
I would be gratified if you would assist me with the following issues. What transpires at this conference may not be accurately represented later. In order to prevent other parties from abrogating their agreements, place recording devices so the Republic will have its own records of what transpires here. This will not only protect Romulan interests, it will protect our allies. As a neutral party with full records, this conference should not be a new source of conflict for the Klingons and Federation. The other groups here will have their own secret goals. Please monitor communications so that the Republic is not surprised by any of their demands. You should be able to use one of the consoles set up for the conference.
And I thought you had moved beyond the secrecy and the spying.
No signs of Tal Shiar infiltration, but we'll keep checking internal logs.
Survey team still on track for the next grid, but we don't want to disrupt any power relays while we're in this dark part of the sphere.
Of the conference security, we don't want the Romulans to think that we're...
The preliminary tasks are complete. You should speak with Admiral Tuvok again.
The delegates have all arrived. The presentation will begin shortly. You have some time to familiarize yourself with the other ambassadors and their positions. I suggest that you do so.
Oops.
The Romulan Republic has thus far proven to be a fairly reliable ally. If you wish to continue to make a positive impression on the Empire, when you speak with the other delegates, you should underscore the severity of the threat posed by these shapeshifters. You are familiar with the machinations of the Tal Shiar. Imagine if they had the ability to appear as anyone at any time. That is the danger of the Undine.
Something the Federation already knew, but figured, hey, Janeway had actually made peace with these people. There's no more threat.
We will have an opportunity to take a leadership role here. Our knowledge of the Solanae sphere should be an advantage. In addition, we control the gateway to the spheres in Taudewa space. We've built a home, and you fought to preserve it. Now, we need to secure our place among the stars.
You sound like Sela.
Yes, the Undine. Very interesting. My security advisors have been looking over the data, and we are all very curious to hear what you and Admiral Tuvok have to say on the matter.
You've spoken with representatives of all of the delegations. You should return to Admiral Tuvok.
And here we thought Dhelan was more evolved than Sela. Apparently Romulans don't evolve simply by splitting away from the government. They're still the same. These guys just have less desire to spy on the people that they don't want to piss off, seeing as they're of relatively weak galactic power. I mean, just look at their fleet. Small, tiny, about to get devastated by the Iconian War.
We are almost ready to begin. Will you complete the final preparations for the conference while I speak to Captain Sean? After that, your assistance in encouraging everyone to take their seats would be appreciated. I must join the Federation delegation.
Ah, it seems the time has come at last. Thank you for the reminder.
I was just going. Don't rush me.
The Bajorans don't need to be here. The Ferengi don't need to be here.
Oh, yes, I will take my seat.
In fact, there are only 3 powers that really do need to be here. The Romulan Republic, who are technically hosting it, the Klingons, and the Romulans. We don't need any independent powers. Or Federation member states that could be represented by a single person.
I suppose we can begin.
You can start the presentation from the control console.
Enjoy. I need to get a drink.
The Undine represent a clear and present danger to not only the Federation, but also the Klingon Empire and Romulan Republic. The damage done here by a mere handful of ships is clear evidence for the need for cooperation.
With respect, Admiral, the Romulan Republic is quite capable of leading exploration and security measures here, just as we have led efforts to secure the Solanae sphere. My militia...
I find it interesting that the Federation suddenly has concerns about the Undine now. Where was the Federation when the Empire discovered Undine infiltrators in the Alpha Quadrant? Or is the Federation only interested now the Undine threatens something you want?
Given the exceptionally complicated nature of such...
Ambassador, given what we now know, that was a mistake. The Empire recognized the Undine threat years ago. We didn't.
You admit you are wrong?
The evidence provided by Admiral Tuvok and his team is sound.
Thank you, Captain Sean. However, dwelling on past mistakes will not solve the problems of the present.
Our fleet stands ready to protect both spheres from the Undine.
The Undine can wait. We have more important business to discuss. Who owns this sphere? I represent a consortium of businessmen on Ferenginar. We are prepared to invest significant venture capital into transforming this sphere into a vacation destination to rival Risa. I have a proposal of $500,000 of... What's that?
Tuvok to Voyager. Report.
A massive fleet of Undine vessels just appeared from a rift. They're setting a course for the gateway.
The Undine? What do they want?
Unknown. Drop to Lisette. Track their course.
Enterprise to Captain Sean. We're receiving a distress signal from Earth Space Dock.
Sean to Federation Fleet. Red alert. Prepare for immediate departure.
The Federation is our enemy, but the Undine attack like assassins in the night.
We will crush the Kamikuv!
A significant Undine force is headed for the Sol system. The issue of the spheres, and your people's alliance with the Federation, will be meaningless unless the Undine are stopped. Are you willing to join the fight?
Always. Because if the Federation dies, the rest of the galaxy isn't going to be too far behind. If the Federation didn't exist during Dominion, and the Dominion suddenly invaded, the Klingons and the Romulans would not have been able to stop them. The Federation is the glue that holds the galaxy together. And anyone that argues otherwise needs their head examined.
Species 8472 is already boarded Earth Space Dock. Once we are through the gateway, we must render assistance as soon as possible. I am picking up several distress calls from across the system. Curious. There are fewer Undine vessels than we witnessed using the gateway. Negative. The subspace relay booster network appears to be offline. I am reading Undine ships attacking Earth Space Dock, as well as attacks on the lunar colonies and the orbital habitat on the far side of Earth.
Agreed. Enterprise will clear the area around the lunar colonies.
Fine. Jirok and I will clear the far side of the planet.
And now I get to show off my new weapons.
Enterprise will set course for Luna.
The Fortescue and the Cassette will lead the fight on the far side of Earth.
That's right. TOS plasma weapons. It took me quite some time during the Omega event to get my hands on, well, TOS weapon. I invested a great amount of time and energy into getting these weapons, as well as the upgrades required to get them acceptable.
My ship is operational. We will fall in and you make a drive for the space dock.
If I'm gonna make it fitting, they're at least gonna be somewhat useful.
Not be safe as long as species 8472 vessels remain in the system.
And the best part is, they're all bound to account rather than bound to character. Meaning I can swap them around if necessary, which is going to happen, because that's kind of what I do.
Earth's space dock is taking severe structural damage.
If a Undine ship can get in range for... Yay! Now, in case you're wondering, am I about that forward one? No, it does not turn into a hyperplasma torpedo. It just turns into a pair of standard torpedoes, which I kind of like. It's a change. And before you asking, yes, I did get my hands on some disruptor weapons as well. I had to take a week off for that. But a lot of these missions are short, so I had every opportunity to make up for it.
Undine ships are still present. Our work here is not complete.
No, it isn't, Tuvok. We have to save ESD.
There are still Undine ships in the system. We must eliminate them.
Hathos Dreadnought, inbound.
Ooh, target.
The Undine on the other side of the planet were no match for Klingon warriors.
Quit bragging, Cole.
Lunar colony secure.
We will put an end to this together.
Like I said, TOS plasma fits the Dhelan perfectly. Beautiful.
Any ships still in range? There are Undine hunting parties on Earth space dock. We're fighting them, but comms are spotty. I was lucky to get an external signal working. We need any assistance you can spare. You're supposed to be our allies, aren't you? Right now, I'd let the Borg on board if they'd help us drive out the Undine.
Good point, but then they'd assimilate the station.
I've received orders from New Romulus. In light of this situation, the Lisette is being recalled to defend the homeworld. You should stay here and assist Starfleet. They sound like they need your help.
Yeah, that's because I'm the main character of the story here. As for the rest of Starfleet, they're probably scattered around the entirety of the Federation, defending every target. because unlike certain governments, cough cough hack hack Klingon Empire and Romulan Star Empire, the Federation doesn't abandon its colonies without good reason.
The boarding parties on Earth's space dock should be our main concern. The Undine will be attempting to cripple Starfleet operations, gain valuable data, and capture ranking officers. We cannot afford to allow them to succeed. I am prepared to beam down immediately. Your assistance will greatly improve our chances of success.
And me having a turret would greatly improve my chances of success. 2 things shooting at the Undine.
Earth's space dock has sustained severe damage from multiple Undine boarding parties. We must locate Admiral Quinn. The most expedient path to the Admiral's office is through those doors. Our mission objectives are clear. We must ascertain the whereabouts of Admiral Quinn and expel all Undine boarders. Teams from other ships have beamed to lower decks here in the station. While the Klingons' willingness to assist the Federation is unexpected, it is gratifying to be united in purpose with our allies from the Republic.
The Klingons get it. Without the Federation, they're screwed.
Everything hurts. What? Who? Admiral Tuvok? And... I'm sorry, I can't remember if we've met before. I don't... What? The windows! They came through the windows, walking on the hull. It wasn't supposed to be like this. Earth is supposed to be safe.
Indeed. I can initiate a mind meld. It will calm him, and I will be able to learn what he knows about the attack. This is not normally something I would suggest, but I believe that in this instance it is necessary. My mind to your mind. My thoughts to your thoughts.
How's that feel, huh? How does that feel? Let me enjoy my revenge, okay? I usually die here.
I'm feeling better now. Thank you. The Undine, yes. They just appeared in close orbit. We were taken by surprise and none of the defense systems worked. I don't know why. They've been killing people. I don't know what they want, but they've been systematic about their attacks. They want something.
There is more going on with these boarding parties than mere description. Phaser fire. There are more Starfleet officers fighting nearby. We need to manually activate the fire suppression systems.
I thought Earth's space dock would be a quiet assignment.
This is STO. There's no such thing as a quiet assignment.
Be cautious. There are more Undine nearby.
Admiral Tuvok, I'm gonna help hold this position. I'm not much of a soldier, but I can make repairs and help keep this area clear of Undine. I hope Admiral Quinn is okay. He was on comms a few minutes ago, but the transmission was cut off.
Be cautious. There are more Undine nearby.
I'll stay here. Good luck.
The damage is extensive, but we will rebuild. First, however, we must drive Species 8472 back to fluidic space.
Yeah, that Andorian standing there is a bit of a bug. I don't think so. Oh, come on! Why do you have to be overpowered,
Admiral
Tuvok? Yeah, let's wait a second. So my turret recharges and can actually do something for once.
The shape-shifting nature of Species 8472 makes them a dangerous foe. We will have to proceed with caution to avoid being caught unaware again. Clearly, Admiral Quinn is not here. He may be still alive elsewhere on the station. The logical course of action amid so much chaos will be to re-establish the chain of command. Perhaps we can establish more reliable communications by directly linking to the starbase's internal systems. The consoles here can be used for that purpose. Make the attempt. I will keep watch for more Undine. I will cover you.
Who is this? Communications are damaged.
One moment.
This is Admiral Quinn. I suppose that's a valid question. Admiral Tuvok, we spoke briefly about your mission right before you reported back to Voyager. You mentioned your wife and said it was fortunate you had time to visit Vulcan to see T'Pel before the conference. I suppose an Undine could have discovered that information, but it's unlikely.
Admiral, what is your status?
I'm pinned down in my office with Egan. We've been trying to get internal comms and sensors working. What's your status?
The Undine boarding parties appear to have some goal in mind, but we are unsure as to what it might be. Admiral, I suggest you hold your position. We will make our way to you. Stay alert for more imposters. Ambush. There are still more Undine on the station. I can feel their anger.
Well, at least the turret is finally doing some good. Unfortunately, I got stuck here with Tuvok, who is a bit too powerful for his own good.
The way is blocked. There may be an alternate route on the upper deck. Admiral Quinn and Commander Egan are below. The Admiral appears to require... It is agreeable to see you, Admiral.
Thank you. Now maybe we should... Commander Egan! Egg? Where are you going?
Intriguing. The amount of resistance Starfleet has offered is unexpected. That being said...
The weak will perish! And you are weak.
Yeah, that's kind of changed over the last little while. Enjoy the turret. It will hurt you. Oops.
He is tapping into the bioship's power matrix.
Yes, I think I have a dream team of overpowered weapons here. The overcharged turret is dealing with all the Undine. Go ahead and shoot, it's not going to do you any good. I can just make another turret. Oops. How's it feel? How's it feel having the new Borg nonsense used against you? How's it feel?
Egan was an Undine? That would explain what happened to our defense grid. He would have known they were coming, and had ample opportunity to sabotage us. Damn, I didn't see that coming. Egan. It's hard to believe. He attacked me mentally, led everyone into a trap. I couldn't stop him. We have much to consider. There may be... Tuvok! What's going on? Tuvok! Can you hear me? Tuvok!
Tuvok! Hello, Tuvok. Egan was too weak. He spent too much time among humans. He served his purpose, and you will be far too late.
Too late for what?
Your quadrant will fall. The weak will perish. This dimension will be cleansed, purified of infestation. Your efforts are meaningless. I know your thoughts, Tuvok.
Indeed, Doctor. But I have taken advantage of this connection to look into your mind as well.
What?
I understand now what your plans are. You will not succeed.
You can't stop us! Tuvok! Tuvok!
Admiral Tuvok! Admiral!
Diversion. This was all a diversion.
What do you mean?
Kronos. Their real target is Kronos. Come. Kronos may not have much time. Your people know what it is like to lose a homeworld. We must help the Klingons save theirs.
And now we're going to listen to Corin whine and complain that only 2 ships came to help her. One Fed, one Romulan. For no good reason other than the fact that, oh, we didn't come to save their homeworld.
arrived in the Kronos system. At this time, the ruins of Praxis are concealing our arrival from the Undine. The Klingon homeworld defense fleet has engaged the bulk of the Undine forces, but they appear to be taking heavy casualties.
I see that neither the Federation nor the Romulan Republic take this matter seriously. No matter. The Klingon Empire is accustomed to defending the Quadrant from shapeshifters. Come. Since your people have sent you as their token, let us waste no more time.
Oh my god, this is why I hate her. She goes, the honorable thing is to help us, when the Federation and the Republic have their own problems to deal with. They have to secure their holdings first, which happened remarkably quickly. Then gather, regroup, and strike at the enemy here at Kronos. But since Miss Raiding Freighter Captain doesn't understand any of this, more interested in drinking blood wine and killing civilians, well, someone's stupid, and I don't appreciate stupid.
The Romulans have promised additional aid, as has Starfleet Command. The Enterprise is contacting all available ships and...
So you say, but all you have are words. Even the Romulans sent assistance, as meager as it may be.
I'm going to shoot her later.
That was only a small force. The rest of the Undine fleet will not be so easily defeated.
Are you afraid, Vulcan?
Shut up, Corin.
The Romulan Republic has made commitments to its allies. We are here to honor them.
And here's your... And here is the hammer to your anvil. Or rather, the club to your head, Corin. You just got assisted. Therefore, you owe the Republic an apology. As for the Feds, well, they're about to bring more help than you can, than the Romulans ever will. They just have to regroup. Logistics. All we have to do now is just pull Acadia and hold the line.
I calculate our current chances for victory to be 6.47%.
That wouldn't be the case if anyone else from Starfleet had bothered to show up!
Dear God, shut up, Corin.
The tide may turn against
We
us,
are at a
but
distinct
this will
tactical
be our
disadvantage.
day of glory! Think of it as an increase in your opportunities to die with honor.
Will you kindly die, Corin, and save me the trouble of having to listen to you whine?
My apologies for being late.
Just one more ship?
Not exactly. We brought a few friends.
More than you? More than you did. Now, time for the fun. Wow, that's a bug. Then again, I've been getting the mycelial realm nonsense bug for the last couple of days. So hopefully the guys can fix it. Well, there's Abaddon's new toy.
What is that thing?
The Undine have brought a large craft through a quantum singularity.
They're powering up weapons!
The Undine have a new planet killer!
Target that ship, and fire all weapons!
No effect! They're too strong!
Voyager has one nanite torpedo remaining from her time in the Delta Quadrant. Such devices proved effective against the Undine in the past. Tactical. Fire when ready.
They took some damage, but the planet killer can still fire. I can get the Aquarius into firing position above her and exploit the opening in her shields, but someone will need to keep the Undine distracted.
The Aquarius is beginning its attack.
Sean's attacking that planet killer on his own. Sacrificing his ship.
Must assist Captain Sean. The conflict is acting in vain.
Weapons are offline. This is our only chance. Setting the Aquarius on a collision course.
Acknowledged. Do we have Sean's coordinates?
Getting a lock now, sir. He did it, sir! The planet killer has been destroyed.
Tuvok to Allied fleet. Stand down. The Undine are retreating.
Captain Sean.
Transporter room! Did you get him?
We have...
Captain Sean to Admiral Tuvok. Permission to come aboard?
The High Council sent a message saying they wish to speak with you. They have requested we transport directly to the High Council chambers.
There are many here who have seen the danger Species 8472 presents with their own eyes for the first time. Thank you for your assistance in protecting both Earth and Kronos from the Undine. However terrible, this battle did have one benefit. Today's fight opened the door to what may be a lasting peace between the Federation and the Empire. Now we must have the courage to compromise for the greater good. In its way, that can be more difficult than waging war. The formalities will begin soon. Until then, I must take the time to speak to others who were instrumental in the success of this mission.
That was a close one, but I'm fortunate Voyager transported me off the ship at the last second. It would have been a worthy sacrifice. Your people still feel the pain of losing a world. We can't let that happen again.
I never thought I would be pleased to see a Romulan at my back, but you fight with honor and the ferocity of a true warrior. However, I now see that Worf was correct. There is honor in the Federation as well. The time for our battle against Starfleet has passed. We should turn our blades toward the real enemy. I remember you from the Gateway activation. You fought well today. May our meetings on the battlefield always be as glorious.
I served in Starfleet, and now I serve the Empire. There are many on both sides of the current conflict for whom I have deep respect. I see this as an opportunity. We may find we have more in common than we realize.
Our people come from a culture of deception and division. We've rejected our past in favor of open alliances. Perhaps it's time for the Federation and the Empire to set aside their past as well. We would welcome a ceasefire between our allies.
I'm glad we were here to help our allies. It wasn't our fight, but helping to save Sol and Kronos was the right decision. This is the future my father dreamed of.
The 5 races of the Xindi once tried to exterminate humanity. But through the efforts of a few people who were willing to change, we put aside our weapons and worked through our differences. Now, we are members of the Federation. Peace came with great difficulty, but that is the way of most things worth having. The Undine are here. They're spreading lies and dividing us from within. Now, more than ever, we need to set aside our animosities and work together for the greater good.
Your people are survivors, as are mine. Survival may dictate an end to our conflict with the Federation.
Thank you for your assistance during the attack on Earth. You have proven we did the right thing when we allied with the Republic.
I admit I did not expect the Federation to act with such honor. I do not know what the final decision of the High Council will be, but rest assured that the Undine will pay. We will hunt down every last Kameku and destroy them for what they have done here today.
You fought well for a Romulan. Many fine warriors have earned their places in Stovacor today. They died with honor, fighting one of our most formidable enemies. The Undine brought the battle to our very threshold. The fine warriors standing before me pushed them back.
Let us honor our sacrifices and our accomplishments by ending...
So, you are the heroes of the Milky Way. You have come further than we expected. But still you chase our shadows.
We are not here to impress you, demon! We stand united, and there is no one who can...
We give you a single warning to not attract our attention again.
That was the reason we need to work together. It's time for our feud to end.
Agreed. From this day forward, all hostilities between the Empire and the Federation will cease.
The Iconians use servitor races and other species to do their fighting for them. Species 8472 has been an unknowing cat's paw of the Iconians for some time. This time, however, the Undine were defeated, and it was our combined strength that allowed us to prevail. Thousands of years ago, the Iconians were defeated by an alliance of races. I predict their ultimate aim has been to prevent such an alliance from happening again. There have been periods in our combined history when the Federation and the Empire have not been at war, but they have not been allies either. This may be the beginning of such a time. It will be up to us to determine what happens next. With time, we may even restore the alliance that came out of the Khitomer Accords. Voyager will return to the Delta Quadrant. There is much to do there, and the Jenolan Sphere will need to be protected from further Undine assaults. I am sure I will see you again. You have been a worthy ally, and your wisdom and courage will be called upon in the days ahead. Until then, live long and prosper.
That was long and irritating. Well, may as well claim this. Since we're all at tier 6 in the Undine reputation, you can get a plasma version of the Undine weapon set. Housecoat Gaming signing off.